What's going on, guys? Thank you for joining me. My name is Sin. I am the Crypt Keeper, and today we're going to have a little bit of a different video. It's not going to be the usual ICO review. We're going to be going through some of the coins on CoinMarketCap and seeing what they're doing. The markets have been rapidly fluctuating up and down and up and down. Bitcoin has generally been going sideways, down, sideways, but some of the alts have been flourishing. You know, some of them seeing up to 80, 100% rises and then straight back down. So it's been crazy over here, guys. We all know that. Look, some people are predicting we are just in the beginning of what could be a far worse situation in terms of a big, long bear market. The bears will be going into long-term hibernation if that is the case. I hope that it isn't the case. All in all, though, in the grand scheme of things, I'm extremely bullish on blockchain. You know, some coins will go up, some coins will go down. We also know, guys, at the end of the day that, you see over 1,600 or 700 coins on CoinMarketCap. Do you think that all of these coins are going to be here in the next 5 years? I don't think so. I'd say, I don't know about 5 years. I don't want to give it a real timeline, but I would say at the time where blockchain technology has established itself to about a similar place as to where the internet established itself after the internet bubble burst and then came back at that second coming of the dot-com era, if you want to call it that. I would say at that stage, there will be 10% of these projects, if that, maybe 5% of these projects that are still working, flourishing, and doing things. Of course, there'll be new ones popping up, but a lot of these coins, these shit coins, if you want to call them, will not be around back in the future. So let's take a look at CoinMarketCap. Here we go. We've got let's give it a quick little refresh as well, just to make sure we're up to date. So down to just over 7,500. Now, this is pretty alarming. If you want to take a look at the charts here, the Bitcoin charts, let's go to a 1 month chart. Gradual decrease, going lower, lower, lower. We're still not at the low that we saw in February. Was it February 18 and 19, which saw a low of about 7,400, but we are goddamn close. Now, in terms of Bitcoin, this week is a very important week. If we want to have any chance of maintaining any sort of sideways action and not going down to much lower lows, predictions of, up to 3 to 4K, we need to close this weekly candle above 8,300. 8,300. Also, if you guys follow the hyperwave theory with Tyler Jenks, if you're interested in that, just look up Tyler Jenks or hyperwave on YouTube. I'll link that below in the description box. His theory is about hyperwaves, and what they are is a particular type of charts that many different stocks and commodities and coins have followed, and he has seen that they are in. No, that's a lie, guys. I lied to you right then. There have been no other coins. I think Bitcoin is the only confirmed hyperwave that I remember him saying in one of his videos. However, the theory is that there are 7 waves to a hyperwave. The first one is relatively stagnant, not really doing much, sideways. Then the first phase is a little bit of an incline from there onwards. Then the second phase is a lot bigger of an incline. Then the third phase, an even higher incline. Fourth phase comes down. Fifth phase up a little bit more. Then the sixth and seventh phases are all the way down. I'm not sure if I got that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 phases in a hyperwave. Let's just go to Tyler's hyperwave and have a look at that ourselves. So this is Tyler's hyperwave YouTube channel. So let's take a look at this video here. Hyperwave tutorial and Bitcoin update. I'll mute that there. We don't need to listen to them, but maybe we can have a look at their hyperwave lines.
I wanted to emphasize
let's have a listen to this.
It goes on for a number of years. That's why on a
phase one he's talking about here.
Get excited when they see a short period of months under a flat top, and then all of a sudden a sharp movement out of it. Over the years,
so that's hyperwave phase 1. Hyperwave phase 2
simply can't go anywhere below this line.
So hyperwave phase 2, the price cannot drop, and it doesn't mean that it can't go under and come back up. The weekly candle cannot drop underneath the incline of a phase 2 line in a hyperwave. And number 3 is the same thing.
Analysis that once you are clearly starting a new phase, it does not matter how high the price goes. It only matters on a correction where it stops.
Exactly. And again, there he's talking about the closing candle. So we're looking at weekly closing candles here. As long as the weekly closing candle does not drop underneath the phase 3 line, then you know that you are in a phase 3 and still in a phase 3. Here he has the entire draw, and this is the one I was looking for here. So there you have the hyperwave. So Bitcoin has been confirmed to be on a hyperwave. But the story is with Bitcoin is that we are not sure whereabouts on that hyperwave we currently are. Yes, if you look at this chart, it definitely looks like we are on a phase 7. We could even be on a phase 5, but no, I don't think that's the case at all. I think we are in a phase 7 is what the chart looks like. However, at this stage here, there is a possibility that we have not yet crossed the phase 3 line. You can draw it like this, or you can draw it let's go to trading view here and have a look at a simple chart that I put together. Look, the accuracy on this is not anything to be impressed by at all, but it will get the point across. So as you can see here, this would be the phase 1 line going much further than that, this light blue line. Phase 2 would be this yellow line here, and phase 3 would be this red line here. So as it stands right now, we sit in this red candle here. This red candle, this weekly candle has not yet ended. It ends 8 p.m. Sunday UCT time, I believe. So I'm not sure what that is in your local time zone, but this is critical. If this weekly candle can close above 8,300, which is about where that phase 3 on the hyperwave line sits, then you know we escape trouble for this week, and we have another week to try and stay above it. But the problem is that the longer that you go sideways, the higher the phase 3 line gets, so it becomes more and more difficult to remain above it. If we break this phase 3 line, then chances are we will go all the way down to the phase 2 line, if in fact we are still in a phase 3 or a phase 2. Otherwise, as you can see on the chart here, it looks scarily similar to his Tyler's hyperwave chart here. As you can see, guys, they are very, very similar, up, down. It almost looks like, yep, we're going to finish the cycle. We're on phase 7. We're going to be going down to nothing. However, again, guys, this may not be a very bad thing. Some people may want to just get this cycle over and done with and let the next cycle begin. Just as the dot-com bubble happened with the internet, the massive hype came, wow, what's this internet? It's going to be amazing. Everything was completely over-evaluated, which you can say exactly what happened in December, January. A lot of these projects had absolutely no use cases, yet they weren't, in any sort of close to mainstream adoption, and yet they boomed. So it's only natural that that boom comes crashing down, which would be, as they say, the bubble popped. However, we know the blockchain technology is here. If we're solid in the technology itself and we understand the fundamentals of that, then there's nothing to fear. It will be coming back. This will grow again. If you take a look at the internet, charts now, that initial bubble is a little blip, which would eventually end up being what this first phase of what we're experiencing now is. So that's my theories on Bitcoin, or Tyler's theory. I'm not sure which way it can go. This week is going to be an important one. Let's see what that does there. Anywho, that's that. Didn't want to spend that much time on Bitcoin, but that's what Bitcoin does. Let's go back to CoinMarketCap, guys, and have a look at some other coins here. Ethereum down to 420. Wow. Who knows what's going to happen now? There's a lot of people saying that it's going to go down even further. One person I saw on Reddit say that if Ethereum goes to sub 300, he'll delete his account, and he's got like 400, 500... maybe not that many, 50 to 60,000 supporters. So let's see what happens there. That'll be interesting to see. Litecoin has been going down. We know what happened with their little bit of drama recently with LightPay being completely cancelled. That's not too good either. Everything's already in the markets today, guys. We've got Tron going up. We know they have their testnet being launched, I think, on Friday. So tomorrow, I'm not sure exactly when, don't quote me. But that has been increasing ever since because of that. Dash has been going down. Tether, wow, look at that. It looks like a bloody heart rate monitor when you're going to the charts. The Tether charts. I don't want to see it, actually. Stuff that. Everything's going down. Icon back down to 263. That was up much higher. Only very recently. However, it has dropped considerably over the last few days. Verge, well, we all know what happened with Verge. They did raise their 75 million Verge or whatever, and they were about to get that really special, amazing announcement, which didn't happen, and the announcement got delayed until mid-April. Surprise, surprise. Wow, Verge delaying announcements? Really? Anyone remember Wraith Protocol? Ontology was doing really, really good, but even that has seen a 16% drop now. People sold and took their profits from yesterday. That thing was at could have easily been an all-time high. Not that it's been around for too long, but yes, it was. Yesterday was, other than when it first came out, it hit like $2.80 or something, and it was about the same price yesterday. But as you can see, lots of people have taken their profits, and that's dropped down to about $2 now. Let's go back, keep strolling on. Let's have a look at some coins that I like. Zilliqa, Zil was holding strong. Ilias still is holding fairly strong at about 4 cents, well, almost 5 cents there. Again, guys, look, you may think these are really good buying opportunities. I know they are. Maybe not right now. You know, these are coming off a little bit of a high. They are fairly low right now. However, how low will they go? If Bitcoin does break the phase 3 line, then it looks like it could be heading all the way down to a $3,000 to $4,000 phase 2 line. Hopefully we can hold there and bounce back into a phase 3. That would mean the phase 3 would be absolutely epic. It would mean that our phase 3 line would be larger than our December peak of 20,000. And then there would still be a phase 4 line coming on top of that. So can you imagine the moon that will be happening when that comes along? Let's not even think about that right now. But if we do break, if Bitcoin does break, if this weekly candle on Sunday does close lower than the phase 3 line, then can you imagine just how low these alts will go? Or will people take all of their money out of Bitcoin knowing it's going to come crumbling down and put it all into their alts because it's too low to take out into fiat? They don't want to do that. They don't want to get rid of their crypto money entirely. Maybe people see it as a good time to get everything back into alts, and maybe that creates a massive alt run. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen, guys? It's very up in the air at the moment. Who knows? Here's an interesting coin here. Mithril was only just released. Look at that, still up 27%. This thing only came out a few days ago and was at 100% up earlier today when I checked. It came out on, I think, the 25th of March at 9 cents, and earlier today it was at 76 cents. Guys, that's more 89 cents. Guys, that's a 10x. 10x in 2 days after launch in this market is ridiculous. Clearly at that rate, lots of people sold, took some profits, and then a little bit of a rise again, down again. Look at the daily on this. You'll see what I mean. There it is on the daily. I don't even know what this is, so I'll do a little bit of research and see what's going on with Mithril, because that thing went absolutely ballistic earlier today. Nucleus Vision back up there in 83, 83rd position on the market cap, offering just above 3 cents. Keep going down, and I just want to go to one other coin before I stop looking at this. Well, here we go. Credits is doing fairly well. We've got Radio Network up 23%. Wow, guys, look at these ones. And I think Man has just been recently. We go Matrix Network, one of my favorite ones, sitting there at 110th position. So look, there's lots of green on the second page, guys. So what's going on that? What dictates that there's more green on the first page than the second page? Look at the 24-hour movers, 28%. Again, guys, this Mithril was at 100%. Well, 99 point something when I was looking at it about 4 or 5 hours ago today. That is ridiculous. This thing's 10x in this bull market. What the hell is going on? This kind of number there shows me that there's not all hope is lost. But there is only 10 or so coins that are in, there are only 10 or so coins that are in profits today, right as we speak right now. Yes, so as we can see, guys, this is all going to come down to how you feel. You know, how you feel on the market. What are you going to do? Are you going to remain in the market? Are you going to hold on to your Bitcoin? Do you have any Bitcoin? Do you think this is a good opportunity to accumulate? Do you feel as though we are going to hit a massive bear run, or even longer bear run, or do you think that bull is around the corner? I really sincerely hope that we don't see a year-long or 2-year-long bear run, which is getting thrown around there. I don't want that to happen, but if it does, such is life. Again, if you have faith, trust, and your support in the blockchain industry, and if you really believe in the projects that you are a part of, then you should have absolutely nothing to worry about. So on that, guys, we're going to leave it there for this short little video. I will be back very soon with something different. I'm not sure what, but something. Thank you guys for your support. If you like what I do here, give us a subscribe and give us a thumbs up, all that stuff. You can see all my details to my different social media channels down in the descriptions box below. So if you want to send through ICO to be reviewed, send that request through to my Discord, please, and I'll see if I can get around to that. Other than that, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers. See you later.